Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Scorpio March 2024 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. Well, this month we have a deck that's a sort of a Renaissance type of deck called Raphael or Raphaelite or something like this. I can't recall. I just have it wrapped up in string and the box is long gone. But you may be familiar with the imagery itself. In any event, it's a sort of it's good, clear images on it, so nothing abstract about it at all. And it is quite beautiful, I think, and enjoyable, particularly for this time of year. Now, over the course of the last month, I've done a number of one-on-one clairvoyant readings for people from different countries around the world over FaceTime and Skype. And if you would be interested to see what's involved in having a one-on-one clairvoyant reading with me, then just check out the information that's in the description box at the end of the video. Now, apart from the spiritual gift of clairvoyance, the other spiritual gift that I was gratefully provided with on birth was that of healing. Now, healing is given to me on the basis that I get nothing in return for it, so it is offered for free. Details are in the description box as well. It's for free, there's no obligation, there's no catch, it's a free lunch. You won't be recommended or sold anything by me or anybody else, no obligation whatsoever. Now, the healing comes through me and not from me, as you would understand, and so it's there for you if you have some emotional or physical issue that you think could benefit from spirit being infused into it. And we can talk about it and go through the process. It's not religious at all. Now, let us take 5 cards, shall we? Great to see the subscribers again. Thank you for inviting me into your home. I really enjoy your company, and who would not enjoy your company, after all? I certainly do. Anyway, I'm grateful for it. And as I say, we take 5 because we don't spend more than, well, only 2 seconds on a card, do we? Oh, no. They are very talkative to us about the cosmic energies that are swirling around you this month. So let's see what they might be and show me the magic. Here we go. 9 of Wands. I hope I'm calling these right. I've got to try and work out what the picture is. I would say that that is the Ace of Pentacles, is what I'm getting there. That looks like the King of Cups. That's the Emperor. Must be the Emperor. And King of Cups and the Emperor. Let's have a look here. And this looks like the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, 2 aces and on top of each other. Very auspicious. Well, why don't you come? I'll bring the camera around, as is our usual practice. Come and sit down here next to me. You and I can have a good close look at the imagery on these cards together while they speak to us about the energies that are swirling around you, and I'll do the reading for you. Well, this is very unusual. You have 2 aces sitting on top of each other here. Let's have a look at them, shall we? I'm quite curious to see what the energy has to say in relation to it. Let's have a look here, shall we? This is the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Discs. It's about material things. It's about, I think very much what is the case is that I think that people important to you at this time are likely to be Taurus. I think it could also be a Gemini, and it could be an Aries as well. It's or all 3 that are important to you. Now, this is really the highest power, energy for making things happen, because this is bringing to you the opportunity and the energy to be successful, expressing wealth in your internal and external realms. There's really here the promise of success and happiness in all the things that you undertake. This is also saying that there's a gift here of physical and spiritual connection that's always available to you. Now, the way to understand this is to blend your spiritual ideas with things going on in the world of matter, creating something that is really unique to you, which is your mark upon the world. And if you do that, then what will result is manifestation. I think this is asking you to pay attention to the path that you are walking. Is your mind, your spirit, and your physical self working together, the three of them in harmony? And make sure that you take time to ask questions, to look, to focus on things, to listen and to feel. In short, to live an authentic life. Now, when this energy shows up, good things are on the way. Now, those seeds that you had planted before, those seeds of your dreams and visions, they are now starting to blossom and to come into fruit. There's a sense of good fortune, prosperity, abundance, and security for you around here. I must say that the conditions now are excellent to embark upon, try and put into motion new projects, new ideas. Make sure they're tangible, though. I think this is also bringing a sense of financial wellness to you, success, security, and stability, because it really does symbolize what happens when the body and the soul work in balance. It may also be bringing you some degree of healing, I think, and recovery. And I think it also indicates a lasting relationship that is going to continually deepen. And I think use your hands with things, get out into nature, and create peace in your inner and outer worlds. Now, the ace that's sitting underneath it is this Ace of Cups, the Ace of Water. Now, well, this has got Scorpio all over it, I must say, and I think that also Sagittarius could well be important to you. I think Libra might have something to do with you as well. So there's actually quite a number of people, varied numbers of people that you're going to have things to do with, those that I mentioned. This really does symbolize the powerful gift of true love. It is the holy grail within you that receives divine love and awakens and opens up your heart chakra, which brings you joy and blessings of renewal and peace. Your heart is going to be filled with a cosmic love that overflows with healing and change, bringing a deep self-love that is going to motivate you to share your abundant love with other people. This is really about you also to take this energy to its best effect, is to live your life from a place of love and compassion. And if you do that, then you will receive love that expands into inner and outer harmony, really. I think that this is bringing an opportunity to learn and live the gifts of love, compassion, intuition, a deep spirituality, a healing, and hope. It talks about bringing you now new beginnings, happiness and optimism and fulfillment. It could well bring a new loving relationship. Now, that relationship may not necessarily be restricted to romantic relationships, or that is definitely the case, but I do see the deepening of relationships here. You may also find that you get on better with people that you work with, the people that you socialize with. I must say that this is a particularly good energy for people who are involved in sales or in dealing with the public in any sense. I think this also talks about being a highly fertile period, and I'm sure that you're going to hear about a pregnancy or a birth. This also brings you self-love. And it asks you to listen, open, and trust your heart to follow what your heart seeks. And it does bring with it also the opportunity to channel the universal love of peace and joy into your life. That's what it's about. I think it's also saying that you're going to be fulfilled and inspired by life. It's a reminder to follow your dreams, and those dreams that give you the most inspiration. In particular, be open to love and trust creation and what it brings. And I think that encouragement is now being given to you that although I do suspect you have had some testing times in the past, well, now is the time to move forward with a renewed hope and live an inspired life in which you can express yourself fully. Now, I just feel like having a look at this person here. I like to do people. Let's have a look. This is the suit of water. And this is the Lord of waves and waters, the king of the hosts of the sea. As a king, he's fire, and he's in water. So there could well be some conflict around, some mental civil war, I suppose. This is saying very much to surrender to your beloved ones. There's a capacity here for giving and reaching higher emotional planes, which is not surprising given we just looked at that ace of water. I'm getting around here a lot of Aquarius, a lot of Pisces. Now, as a person, this is somebody who could have what I call commitment issues. A person who is, it's kind of easy to get on with in a way, but sort of passive. Someone who is very attracted to excitement. And a person, which could be male or female, as these court cards can, but someone who is able to have an unsustainable enthusiasm for people or events or movements or aspects. Someone who is sensitive, but kind of shallow when you get deep down. It's also a person, I think, who is probably someone who has mismanaged their material affairs, and, without a lot of luck coming their way, their work history could be one of an unbroken record of failure. And often because of his mental civil wars, that's that fire and water aspect of it, this can also lead to substance abuse, maybe even a sense of mental illness, such as ADD, is that what they call it, or a bipolar or something like that. But I think he's able to, or she able to, unfold their beauty and offer it to other people. Someone's very sensual, but possibly untruthful. It may be prone to depression, is what I'm getting here. The person is mostly passive with the qualities of Venus or a weak Jupiter. As I say, very, very happy-go-lucky, but in a passive way. But they are, on the whole, so superficial that it's hard to reach their depth. Their name is written in water. Now, they are also someone, and the lesbian and gay audience can make the necessary adjustment, please. But this is someone who likes the opposite sex, and the opposite sex likes them. They are charming, but not very deep. Somebody ruled by emotions, not very practical, and they tend to try and manipulate you in a way to get out of taking up their share of what needs to be done. They're intensely insecure, needing constant reassurance. And at worst, they can be unfaithful, fickle, shallow, highly emotional, drama, and unreliable. Nevertheless, though, for you, I think that you now are looking for an intensive interchange with those people who have a like outlook or way of life or values as you do. And how can the interchange in your relationships be enriched? Seek out your true family, the community in which you feel at home, because there you are going to find the quality of communication that you long for. And say this to yourself: I am finding the contact I now need. Now, there's a period here where you're going to have to dig deep about something, I think. Now, you drew it first, so obviously it's important. And this is the Nine of Wands. And the astrology of this, as I see it, placed where it is that of the moon ruling the second decan of Sagittarius. Now, in the number 9, I also have a mystical association with the moon as well. The moon is about the subconscious, about going deep. And so I think we have as a result, a double lunar influence. Sagittarius. Well, this is talking about you gaining power through unifying conscious and unconscious energies. There's a wholeness here, a determination, a strength of character, courage under fire, in fact, at some times, and in particular defending what you have worked for. More particularly, you'll have a great belief in yourself. Now, the unconscious powers of the moon are becoming visible. These hidden powers within you, they are awakened and can be applied towards a purpose. And by you recognizing these unused powers and potentials within you, it sets free more energies which are experienced as possibly as new and unusual. There is here a strength which grows from within, and the force of this newfound strength banishes the darkness of ignorance. Now, when the unconscious becomes visible, and sometimes you could be faced with many things you've covered up in order to avoid looking at them. Now, this can produce a fear of some sort, the fear of feeling painful wounds that you've covered up and hoped to forget. But there may also simply be fear of your yet unproven strength, which reaches into all the areas of your life, reorganizing them. Now, I think that this budding self-realization with you, it's not going to permit a return to the familiar situation of weakness, I suppose I'd put it that way, and I say that with respect. And you will find that your strength is going to rise up to meet the task at hand. Now, you'll experience your energy as going far beyond the boundaries that you thought it was possible to exist. This is a key experience, the beginning of a far-reaching inner and outer unfolding of your potential. So reach into yourself, and you are going to discover new depths of strength and power that you never thought that you had. Now, you may encounter obstacles, as we all do, but you are going to have the strength to overcome them. Because this 9 has turned up in the position that it has, you can be reassured that you have what it takes to get by. Even in times of difficulty and stress, inner strength is going to rise up and guide you towards your goals. And in the process, you're going to learn more about yourself and your abilities, gaining a new all-round perspective, which is going to bring you security and self-confidence. Do you know, I think that you are going to be in the process of discovering your real strength. Trust your inner guide. Are you a little bit afraid of your own strength? And in what areas in your life does this fear come up? And I'd ask you to pay attention to your dreams at this time, but say this to yourself: I know more and more clearly who I am. This recognition leads to the full development of my potential strength. And then you'll come about applying that strength in order to obtain power and dominion, maybe over other people as well as the feeling that I'm getting here, I've got to say. Now, this is the son of the morning, the chief among the mighty, otherwise known as the Emperor. I do think that you may well find that you are primarily controlled with power and concerned with power and control over other people, or even over yourself. You are going to be seen as being a natural leader and organizer at this time. Your willpower and judgment are going to come to the fore, and they are going to be exercised impeccably because you will have learnt from your life experiences. And the success that comes here is going to come about as a result of discipline and application. Now, you'll be a rational thinker. I think this status is actually going to be quite important to you, as is material security and stability. But nevertheless, I think that you're going to be something of a pioneer, a discoverer, a leader, someone who makes things happen, starts them up. There's a great creative wisdom with you, and you're going to have an urge to act. There's new beginnings here. I think you want to put into place order, structure. There's a great degree of ambition with you now as well, and you'll be taking a firm stand with yourself and with other people. This is speaking to me, with this energy here for you, of the beginning of a new enterprise or a new phase in life. Now, this new beginning may be the extension or expansion of things that you've already got out there in your life. But you're going to go out there and extend it, or if you like, conquer new territory. Now, on the material plane, the new beginning may mean the start of a promising new project. Could be a change in work, travel, or parenthood. Now, on the inner plane, new realizations may well emerge. Insights in areas that were previously unfamiliar, well, they may turn into a dramatic self-revelation and self-discovery. They're also possible. Now, as long as your power is used for transformation and new beginnings, this energy is going to be beneficial. Don't use it just to hang on to things that are sitting around the way they are. Your authority, once it's grounded in wisdom, will work for you. Now, this is a really good moment for a change or a new beginning, so trust your energy and move with it. What changing up does your life need? And are there steps you would like to take towards this? Examine yourself critically, especially in regard to your relationships with people who might appear to be up and down the power tree, up and down the totem pole, as it were. But say this to yourself: I enjoy initiating projects. I value and honor my leadership ability. I am a responsible person. I trust my power. I rule by serving, and I serve by ruling. And what more could possibly be said for the great Scorpio? You did a great job.
Yes, you did a really good job in that reading, and what a fantastic and interesting month it looks like it's going to be for you, and don't you deserve it? It's great to see you. And you deserve all the good things in life, really you do. Now, unless I see you privately for a reading or a healing, then I'll see you again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.